It's the following day. My paint's arrived to do the roof lining, so just in the process of masking everything up and putting some old sheets down to keep any overspray off the dashboard and the new carpet. So I'll keep going and we'll start spraying soon. I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but if you can see it, the roof lining's stained. It's like a combination of water stains, probably sweat, I guess, oil from people's hair, stuff just like, you know, stuff that just accumulates over 50 years, especially around the belts here with them moving back and forward. They get dirt and dust behind them. So this is why I'm painting it, to try and clean this all up. You can see it's a little bit orange here, but in behind the where that sun visor support was, it's lovely and white. Same up here where the dome light is. It's pretty much the same. So hopefully we can restore it back to something close to what it was. Good news and bad news. It certainly looks cleaner, but it's patchy and I've run out of paint. I should have ordered 2 cans, but the problem I had with the other colours I'd ordered is I ordered 2 cans of parchment and I had too much. I ordered 2 cans of brown, I had just enough, and I ordered 1 can of this and I don't have enough. So yeah, it looks like a couple more days of waiting for another can to come. Might see if I can get this 1 cent express. Probably what I should have done with this roof lining paint is just gone to my local paint store and have them mix it up. But I was thinking that only 1 can would be enough to get through, and they only will mix up a minimum of 2. Being only 300 mils, they want to make it worthwhile. So if I order 1 can out of the paint supplier in Western Australia, it overall for the 2 cans plus the freight, it's cost me more than if I had got 2 done locally. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go local. I'll take down my new roof lining, which one day will go in. I'll get them to colour match that, and in 2 days time I can pick the paint up. If I wait for Western Australia to send one, it'll be 2 weeks. So I want to get this done and finished by maybe early next week, because I don't think it's going to be ready before Friday, but I might be surprised if I get there early enough in the morning. It's Thursday tomorrow, so yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I picked up another console lid today in really good condition for its age. Came with the chrome handle and the hinge and the little catch underneath and everything else, but I've got it stripped down now to paint it. So yeah, it should come up alright. There are a few prominent cracks here, but with a few coats of this stuff, hopefully it will fill a lot of them in. But you know, that is the grain of the vinyl or the leather. So yeah, we'll see how that comes up. Got a few things today. Went over to GT4 Performance in Nidri and picked up some rubbers for the roof. That's a filler panel for the front bumper that hides all your bumper brackets. We've got these rubbers that go onto the B-pillar. We've got these ones that go onto the front of the door. In here we've got a couple of covers for the seatbelt bolts on the front seatbelt stalks. Some original style door buttons. The ones I got on there at the moment are black, and they're concaved instead of being convexed. So they're the correct ones. We've got the individual stick-on FORD for the boot lid. My boys are excited too, by the sounds of it. Got new lenses for the instrument cluster. got some rubbers here for the overriders. So it's a little C channel, U channel, 8 of those, 4 overriders to a side. Yeah, they seem happy. We got some inner rear panel weather strips. As I was saying, one was split at the front, one was split at the back, so I just ended up buying a pair of them as well. Got some new scuff plates. Then as a separate buy, a friend of mine had a set of these smooth finish seat recliner mechanism covers. They do have a slight crack in the middle, which runs off this pin here. They all have it, but they're a lot better than what I had, because mine were basically all broken off around the back here. I've given them a very quick polish on the polishing wheel, and they look like they're going to come up fantastic. But what I'll do before I put them on, I'll take the old ones off. I'll see what the tolerances are like, and if I think there's some room to spare, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a layer of araldite down here just to stiffen up the panel, and basically try and encase the bottom of this pin just to strengthen it so it won't ever snap. There's the hardware off that console lid, as you can see. I've got handles, so I've got spares now. Got all the correct factory screws as well. My existing console didn't have all the existing factory screws, so at least that's all correct. And there was, soaking in the sink, the panel off the bottom of the console lid. So just giving that a little bit of a scrub up now. I've also got 2 cans of roof lining colour getting mixed up, so it's only a 24-hour turnaround thing. The can I got from Western Australia turned up. I used it. It was the wrong colour. It specifies for XAXB XC roof lining. It's not even close. It's more white than off-white. So that's gone on as a base coat, and I've had to order 2 more cans at $55 a can, minimum of 2. So they'll be ready to pick up tomorrow, which will be Friday. So hopefully I can spend the rest of tomorrow afternoon painting the roof lining, and then Saturday morning I can start to reassemble the car. So I can get the dash pad back in, get the wiring plugged into the back of the clock, to start doing bits and pieces, put the instrument cluster back in, because I'll put the lenses on tonight just for something to do. It's only a quick 5-minute job. Yeah, and hopefully by middle of next week the car should pretty much be back together. Me and my bestie Paul, we're going to a swap meet on Sunday, so Sunday's ruled out for any work on the car. But yeah, it should go back together fairly easy now, everything being new. So one of the other jobs I'm going to do today, besides having done a little bit of painting and a bit of washing and polishing, is these inner weather strips. I'm going to drill and rivet those onto the panels now, because the tops of the panels have been painted. So that's all ready to go together, and that will be about it. I don't want to go putting all these new rubbers on until I've addressed those little paint areas on the roof. And once I've got all those done, then I'll put the new rubbers in, because you know what water's like, it'll run in behind these, and yeah, it'll look shitty. So yeah, we'll just wait until all the roof has been sanded back. It's Friday. Picked up my roof lining paint today. This stuff, it's just so good. Compared to that one I ordered from Western Australia, this one just shits all over it. This is awesome. One coat of this and it just sealed everything up. I've given it 2 coats. I'm going to give it 3, so that'll make a total of 4. But that can from WA, I couldn't even, in one run, I couldn't even cover the roof lining from back to front. I've done 2 coats. This is still half full, and I've got another full can. So, yeah, VRS in Thomastown. If you need interior paint mixing up, they're the ones to go and see. Don't know what you'll be able to see in the footage here, but there's no more water stains or grease stains or anything else on the roof. It's absolutely perfect now. But yeah, I want to make sure that you know, it's sealed up really well. So even if I use an entire can, you know, I know it's on thick, and hopefully, yeah, it should sort of stand the test of time. I haven't really done much else. I fitted some new gaskets and lenses to the instrument cluster, so that got done today. What I'm planning to do today also is weld the nuts onto those seatbelt backing plates. So I'm going to try and get these done today. The weather's not the best here, so it's hard to get the car out. As soon as you get it out, it starts raining again. So I'll do all the stuff I can do inside the garage. So we'll get those nuts welded on. These tabs for the parcel shelf, I'll get those drilled and riveted on today. And that's probably about it. There's other things I can do inside, and I'll take you in and we can have a look at them. Okay, I'm hoping there's enough light coming in here, but yesterday I drilled and riveted these ends onto the new parcel shelf, so that was a little job that got completed. These new weather strips all got drilled and riveted onto the rear side panels, so both of those are done. There's the new lenses on the cluster. Looks absolutely amazing. I thought my old ones were clean until I put these ones on. So yeah, they're looking great. A couple of things that I couldn't get yesterday on my little spending spree at GT4 Performance was the decals for these seatbelt stalks. Supposed to have the Ford logo on it and press. They're out of stock at the moment. Seems all the GT shops get those from the same supplier. I ended up buying these off a friend of mine. They're for the recliner mechanism on the front seats. Now, this whole back edge here, sorry for the really bad camera work there, guys, but the back edge on mine is completely snapped off and missing on both sides. Now, these weren't very strong from day one, and they do tend to get a fracture there around the pin. You can probably see it, but even if I could source a new set of these smooth finished ones, the same thing's going to happen after 6 months. It's going to end up getting a fracture in it from people sitting on the seat, and that's just the way it goes. But at least the back section's on it now, so I got the 2 of those. And another thing I ended up picking up was a console lid from the same guy. My old lid was buggered, and I ended up sewing up a cover for it, which looked sort of really amateurish. I don't know if I can get that word out. And he had one of these in parchment. Now, I have given it a coat of paint. You know, it was just showing its age a little bit. But, yeah, all nice. It came with the this little catch here, which is about a $45 piece to buy brand new. It came with the front handle there, and it came with the chrome hinge. So, you know, I've got a few little hardware bits with it as well for $45, so I can't complain. This is some of the stuff I got. So yeah, rubbers and more rubbers. Stick-on forward badges, some covers for the seat belt stalk mounting bolts. I got a new set of door buttons in there, which are correct, being chrome. The ones I got on it currently are black. So yeah, just bits and pieces that I'm working on. And I'll take you outside and show you something else. Okay, this is one of the drop loops or drop links, or whatever you want to call it, from the seat belts. Now, due to the history of the car, when this car was first sold and it was modified, the drop link on the driver's side was taken off. So when we bought the car, we had to put one back in it. So we couldn't get the same colour brown material, so we went with black. So you don't see a lot of it, barely anything, to be honest, just a little bit of webbing just down here on the buckle. So what I've decided to do is just paint it brown with the brown paint that I got mixed up for the dash pad. So just to seal it up, because black's a real dog of a colour to try and paint over, I've just hit it with a little bit of the parchment, just to try and get a bit of a seal on it, and then I'll go over it with the brown, because I don't have that much brown left. So yeah, I've got my pinch weld strips here that I'm in the process of cleaning at the moment. I've got another old cover off a console lid, and what I'm doing here is I'm actually painting this with the brown paint that I got for the dashboard, because I'm not sure whether I should put a clear coat on the dash pad or whether I shouldn't. I've seen some, and with clear on them, they just look too glossy, and well, I don't want mine to look too dull. So I'm going to experiment on here, and then once I've got the paint on and I'm happy with the colour, what I'll do is on one half I'll just rub in some like some Armor All, and leave the other side and see what the difference is. And then if it's a significant difference, I probably won't need to clear coat it, because the Armor All will do the job. But if I don't get that shine out of the Armor All that I'm hoping for, then what I'll do is I'll hit this side with some clear and see what the comparison is between the Armor All and the clear. Okay, so I'm going to take these covers off to replace them, because as you can see, mine are broken on the back. So what you want to do is, if you've got a couple of pick tools like this, you want to use these. You want to find the little grooves in around the disc, and you want to put the hook end into there and try and pull it straight up. Don't put pressure on this outside adjuster, because you'll end up snapping the side of that off. I'm lucky I got two, and yeah, I just slowly worked my way around until the disc come off in one piece. So the next step, I believe, is there's this washer here, this press fit washer with 3 tabs on it. Now I believe to get this out, you tap it anti-clockwise with a screwdriver, and then it should just release. I've never done one before, so I'm gonna have a go, and if I'm successful, I'll come back and film it. Okay, I tapped on this press washer type thing. I just went, not even a quarter of a turn, just went around, and it released from here. So I guess that's it. Now I know this comes up. Now there's a pin under here in that broken spot with a clip on it. Got to get that clip off to release that from the mechanism. So I haven't worked out how to do that yet, so let me brainstorm it and I'll come back. Okay, I guess there was really no trick to it. I just tried to see which way that was going to go around, to see if I could move it or something, and basically the center just broke out of it, which is why I'm replacing them. But you can see here there's a clip, and that is actually holding the bottom end of this tab. So I would imagine, looking at the angle of that, you would have come down through this gap here, which is real fiddly, but yeah, I'm not sure how they do it. I'll find out though, because I've got to put those clips back in. Another day on the hardtop. This is the original dash pad that I took out. Now, there are 3 major cracks in the top here. 2 of them have been really nice to me and have sealed up no problem. This one kept opening up every time you would lift it because of the weight of this side, being the heavy side. It would open the crack up. So I've actually dug a bit of a valley out there, picked away all the it's sort of like burnt foam, because it goes black from the heat of the sun after 50 years. So I dug out all the bad foam to get down to the good foam, and then I've filled it with epoxy. So hopefully that will seal up alright this time. I've got 2 indentations on this side, one here and one here. This is where the dash was modified for the previous owner due to his disability. So I filled the 2 holes here and the 2 holes here, but I've got these indentations here. So what I'm going to do is, when this thing's dry, I'm going to just put a heat gun on it and just see whether this vinyl will pop out. I really need the foam to pop out as well. You know, that's been bolted up for 50 years, and that's why that's got an indent in it. But besides that, it's not a bad dash pad. It's not twisted or anything. It would be a good donor to have covered in vinyl. I don't know how we'll come up with paint on it, and how much of the cracks you'll see, but definitely a good candidate for recovering. And then we've got what was going to be, or is, I guess still, the replacement dash pad. I had some issues trying to install it, and I pressed down on this area, not realizing how brittle it really was, and put basically like a little finger dent in there, and from that a crack formed. Now I've also glued and filled this one, and I put 2 coats of paint on it to obviously repaint it. But I've just noticed now there's something here. I don't know if it's a crack or not. I'm going to wait a few more minutes for this second coat to dry, and then I'll flip the dash over and I'll have a really good look at that. I may be able to fill that with some super glue. Well, it's not actually super glue, I don't think, that I bought to repair this. It's actually got like a primer pen, so you prime the edges, and then you basically squirt the glue in, and then it should basically go rock hard. So I might have to add a little bit more to that. Such a shame, because I'm so close, and I've got 2 dash pads that, you know, are buggered. So yeah, hopefully this one will clean up alright. I'm going to buy a dash mat to go on this, simply to help preserve it. And even if I had bought a reproduction one for $500 and painted that, I still would have put a dash mat on it. So yeah, we'll wait and see how that goes. I think I've filmed some of this before when I did the other seat over there, but I ended up putting the recliner mechanism cover plate on this side, on the driver's seat. So yeah, that looks much better than it did. I'll give the little flip mechanism a bit of a polish and a clean up so it's nice and bright like this, and then I'll give the seats a little bit of a wipe down with some prep wash, get all the stains and stuff off them, and then we'll look at sewing up these holes in the fabric. I'm not sure what I can do with this one because it's pretty much, yeah, it's a big area. This one's a lot better, so, but still it's up against the piping, so I'm not sure where I'm going to sew to on that. Okay, hopefully it's not too dark in here, but as you can see, I've run the ducting for the rear vents on the console. The what would you call it? The ducting, the diverter that goes onto the ducting, I remade that. I added a couple of flaps onto it and extended the sides so it was more encased. The other one was sort of not really good. It was the prototype that I was hoping I could use, but in the end I decided to build this one, and that is now actually screwed to the bottom of the heater box in place, so that's not going anywhere. Okay, another day. Probably been a week since I've filmed anything for this episode, but we're going to drill the holes in the parcel shelf today and into the substructure of it to mount the retractable seat belts. So my drill, 90-degree drill, finally turned up today. So this is what we got. So this goes into the chuck, and you can turn your drill into a 90 because this is actually too high to get in. It hits the back window. So with this, it's reduced height. So yeah, hopefully it should work as I want it to. Okay, just so I can hold everything to film this, this is basically what happens. So that shaft goes into your drill, and then that goes down in there. Now I've got to get the bloody thing out. There we go, it's coming. Right, so I've now got both holes drilled. I took the parcel shelf out to do that. I made my locations where I needed to drill a hole via these plates, which I've welded up. They're 1/4 inch or 6mm, and they'll go underneath the parcel shelf when everything gets bolted together. Once I drilled these, what I did is I slid the parcel shelf back in, and from the boot or trunk side I got underneath with a silver texter, and I came up through the hole and marked the parcel shelf, but I made sure that I actually screwed it in on each side so it was in its right spot. So now we're at the point where we have to put 2 holes into the parcel shelf. As you can see, I've marked the hole with the silver texter, and another one here. So now I just got to drill it. I've got both holes drilled now. So the next step is to put the parcel shelf back in, screw it in via these tabs, and trial the seat belts. I've got the parcel shelf screwed in. I put some insulation under there just to stop vibration and stuff like that. I had to put in a bit of this parcel shelf felt underneath because there is a factory cutout here for non-retractable seat belts, and I didn't want to look down and see like dirty, dusty old sheet metal, so I've just put that in there. By the time the seat goes on it, you won't really notice much. So this one's just in finger tight at the moment because it's a real dog to get up under there to hold the plate in place, but you know, that one's located. I'm just trying to decide what I want to do with these speaker wires. Now I can run them out through there. I can't remember how far the seat comes back, because that would end up hiding the wire, but I'm going to check. I'm going to bring out the backrest and put it in and see where it all finishes, and if I don't like what I see there, I'll just drill a small hole in the parcel shelf. I wanted to try and avoid as many holes as I could. I don't know. I just did. So yeah, so this is what we're up to at the moment, and I'm going to attempt to put in this other plate and the other seat belt, and we'll get back to the filming when I've done that. Well, I got up to this part before the heavens decided to open up again, so we've had to bring the car in the garage, but seat belts are all mounted now. Speakers, they'll be okay. I won't have to drill a hole through the parcel shelf to bring the wire up. They're quite nicely concealed by the back seat, the top of the back seat. I've got to move the speakers over just a little bit close to the retractors, so yeah. But yeah, she's coming along. So the next thing I've got to do is I've got some globes coming for the instrument cluster this week, so they'll go in, and then once they're in, I can put everything back in regards to the dashboard, and the dash section will be finished. Then the console can go in. I've got to take the back seat out again. Actually, no, I don't. I can leave that there, but I can't put the base in or the side panels, because what I want to do is these repairs, as I mentioned earlier in the vid. I want to get all these sanded back, and I don't want stuff dripping down, because all these seals, they're all stuffed, so it does let water in and bits and pieces, and basically I just want to get the roof sections finished, and then I can rip out all these rubber seals and put all the new rubber seals in, and then all the wipers, the wiper rubbers for here, and this front left hand door, because the right hand door's done. But yeah, as it's at the moment, that's all that's going in. So next job will be to start on these two roof sections.